Hey, what's up, guys? Ron here from Quadrysteria to introduce to you our newly released frame, and it's called FreeRide. And as the name suggests, it is a proximity acro freestyle frame. And as racing has kind of dominated my attention as well as many others for the last 3.5 years or so, I've really been yearning to get back to my roots, which is my passion. Flying proximity. That is, diving over cliffs, flying through tight spaces, weaving through trees, just going out and having a good time, and that's what this frame's all about. And really, it is focused on the balance that freestyle needs. A little heavier frame. We went with toughness as well. 2.5mm top and mid plates and bottom plate, 4mm arms. So this baby's really tough, and it's going to come with all the parts you see right here, and with the TPU motor bumpers, the TPU antenna tail. It's both for your FPV antenna as well as your radio antenna, and then the micro cam mount, which can be flipped for a full-size cam. I'll show you a little bit later. But so this is going to come with our new lifetime warranted QXC carbon fiber. And as you can see, we've been experimenting with on the crossbones and really like the 20mm stack. So it gets our center of gravity right down there where the center of thrust is. The props are right in line with here where your battery is situated. So it has great balance. And we added just a bit of stretch X to it, less than the stretch on a crossbones or a racing frame, because we don't want to lose the balance feel on our yaw axis with putting too much stretch in it. So it's just slightly stretched in to give those back props the clean airflow. That guys that fly really smooth are typically flying a larger frame, and so this is big enough to fit 5.5-inch props. So, and you really get that smoothness from the airflow, as well as just having the stability of a larger leverage all around. In addition, for acro and freestyle, having a little extra weight is actually a good thing. So what you're seeing right here with the motor mount bumpers is 108 grams. It's exactly 100 grams without the motor protectors. And we chamfered the arms. And this is for a couple of reasons. It's not just the aesthetics. It's guys have been finding that with the chamfered arms, protects your wires. So when you have your ESC wires running, motor wires running along here, they tend to get, cut by those sharp edges. So chamfering there helps prevent that. It does slightly improve airflow around the arm, but that's not the big reason. The other one is taking strikes on the edge of the carbon. It tends to not fray out as easily and start delaminating your carbon when there's not a sharp angle there. So this chamfering around there helps with that. But in addition, we have the motor bumpers that come with the kit, and it also gives you a little vibration isolation with this flexible TPU. So that's kind of the introduction again, and this is using the same arm mounting system as the crossbones does, with titanium alloy screws. The chamfering does not extend to the root of the arms, because that's the key to keeping these really tight. So these all meet together at a right angle, and we have the full height of the carbon there. The arms are fully interchangeable. There isn't a right hand or left hand arm. You just, flip it over and it becomes a left or right. So we orient the pointy part of the arms forward, but if you just flip them, right becomes left and left becomes right. So you don't have to worry. Some guys worry about that. Oh, am I gonna have to interchange left and right arm? No, they're fully there's one arm. And then we move on here to the bottom plate. If you want to do a bottom battery mount, however, highly recommend with acro, the top battery mount is by far superior for balance and doing acrobatics. But if you want a bottom mount, we have the strap slots on the bottom, and you can orient the battery either sideways or straight away by rotating it like that. You can rotate it 90. Okay, so now I want to point out that this is designed to be able to take a 20mm electronic stack as well as a standard 30.5mm. So the arms are fully independent of the electronic stack, so you have access holes here for 20mm stack is the inner holes, and the 30.5mm stack is the outer holes, and the heads go all the way down to the plate. And we do include, as we do on most of all our other kits, there's some neoprene foam, a strap, and the nylon stack screws for your electronics with nuts. So that's part of the kit. And I want to show you how the camera mount works a little bit here. This is a 3D printed prototype, but I wanted to show you that if you really wanted to use a full-size camera, the mount allows that. You just flip it inside out. So instead of being folded in the inside, which is perfect for a 19mm micro cam, you fold it to the outside. You use those holes there to mount a full-size camera. Now you have to go to a 30mm standoff stack if you want to do that. If you really want to keep your bigger camera, you don't want to buy new electronics, you can do that. And if you're not gonna put a full-size camera, most guys won't, and you don't like that extra extension on your TPU, you just simply cut it off. Just like that, and you've got, you know, a compact one. Now, most guys, like I said, will mount their battery on top, and we have an exclusive here. The Quadrysteria came up with the idea of putting a protective sleeve around your battery. You know, why not try to protect your LiPo, which doesn't, you know, most of the LiPos don't have much protection built into them at all, with flexible TPU sleeve. And this is designed to bolt on sideways and get your electronics, you get your XT60 in here like this, and super snug and tight, so you could pretty much just you could hold your whole full copter on that. That's a super tight fit, just to show you. Designed purposely that way, and that can come down to your stack down here. Or if you want to go traditional inline, we've got a mount for it inline as well, but then you've got a strap only. But the way this is designed is to both bolt and strap sideways for strength. So you see the strap slots in the frame, so you can adjust your center of gravity forward and backwards. Important for freestyle. And then the strap will weave through here and out to the outside, around the outside of the TPU to hold that battery in tight. And this sleeve is designed for a 4S 1550, but if you had a bigger battery, you could put it in there as well. So this is a Tattoo 1550, fits in real good, and so you basically just, you know, you could push in your battery here like that without pulling, you know, you might be able to just pinch it like that for safety, but it's a tight fit. So that's offered as an optional upgrade, and then of course there's our GoPro mounts, what we call our basher mounts. This one's made custom to fit right on the front, so you can have them both on here, and you got the full set of accessories. So the standard kit comes in all red, red TPU. But I wanted to show you also that, you know, you can get, it comes in 4 different colors total. So if you want to switch colors, you can do that. Now I want to just quickly show you the antenna mount. So this is a video aerial system minion, and I designed this to specifically fit it very snugly, so it holds your antenna in tight. And so this is probably by far the most secure antenna mount I've ever designed and I've ever seen with this video aerial systems minion. The Axi, I'm not sure I'm pronouncing it right, the luminaire antenna, it's about 1 millimeter bigger in diameter, so it'll fit, but it'll be real tight. Then in addition, I added, so this is for like a TVS Immortal T crossfire antenna. So that's kind of an awkward antenna, so there's routing specifically built in for that antenna. Or you can just, if you're running like FreeSky 2.4 gigahertz, there's 2, you're not going to be able to see easily on the camera. There's 2 channels in the TPU for that. So you can come up with rabbit tails there, or like I prefer to route mine off to the side because they're clear of the propellers when the copter comes down on the ground. So I tend, not this small of a zip tie, but I use a bigger zip tie and route my antennas out the side. So there's a couple of other real small details to point out. If you want to use your own, there's a typical kind of GoPro mount out there that uses zip ties, so there's slots for zip ties here, zip ties for an antenna back here, zip ties down on the bottom sides for other components there. And lastly, just want to point out that I wanted to keep this fun and simple to maintain, build and maintain, so there's not a lot of complicated hardware to this. And that's how I personally like it. I like to keep it simple. It's super quick to build this frame. I mean, you got 8 screws holding the arms in here, and then the screws here in the standoffs, and that's it. Of course, most of your time is going to be, you know, soldering in your electronics. And we went with a lower profile press-in nut on the mid plate, so it won't get in the way of your electronics like some of the older ones on the crossbones. Well, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I hope you can come get one of these babies. I hope you're excited about it as much as I am, and I've had so little time to fly. This has actually got me excited to get out and fly again. I can see this being super durable, and my pilots, you'll see some footage right here after this, super balanced and smooth. So come and grab one, FreeRide, Quadrysteria.com.